Today we're diving deep into the world of nutrition, specifically exploring the types of vegetables that can either help or hinder your health as you age. As someone who has spent years caring for older adults, I've witnessed firsthand the impact of diet on our well-being. What we put into our bodies can significantly affect everything from our energy levels to our risk of chronic diseases. That's why I'm committed to sharing evidence-based insights that empower you to make informed food choices. Remember, knowledge is the first step towards a healthier, happier life. Let's embark on this journey together. But first, if you find value in today's discussion, please show your support by liking this video. Your engagement helps spread awareness about healthy aging and inspires others to prioritize their well-being. Also, if you have a loved one who could benefit from this information, feel free to share this video with them. Let's support each other in living vibrantly. As we dive into the specifics, let's start with a topic that many of my patients ask about: blood sugar. High blood sugar not only increases the risk of diabetes and heart disease, but can also lead to complications such as vision loss and kidney disease. So which vegetables should you avoid if you're concerned about blood sugar? First and foremost, we need to look at starchy vegetables like potatoes and corn. While they are sources of carbohydrates, which our bodies convert to sugar, they also contain a high glycemic index, meaning they can cause rapid spikes in your blood sugar levels. For example, studies show that eating boiled potatoes can raise blood sugar faster than eating white bread. Corn has a similar effect, primarily due to its high starch content. Now, you might be wondering, aren't all carbs bad? Well, not necessarily. Our brains and muscles rely on carbohydrates for energy, and fiber-rich veggies are packed with essential nutrients. The problem arises when we consume excessive amounts of refined carbohydrates like white rice or processed potato chips. These foods quickly break down into sugar, overwhelming our body's ability to regulate blood sugar. So instead of starchy vegetables, I encourage my patients to focus on non-starchy vegetables like leafy greens, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. Not only are they lower in carbohydrates, but they also provide vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants crucial for our health. For instance, spinach is packed with antioxidants called carotenoids, which have been linked to reducing the risk of heart disease and certain cancers. Moreover, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower contain compounds that support liver health, aiding in the detoxification of harmful substances. Studies also suggest that the fiber in these vegetables can help control blood sugar levels, making them an excellent choice for individuals concerned about diabetes or metabolic disorders. To summarize, while all vegetables are nutritious, it's wise to limit starchy vegetables like potatoes and corn, especially if you're managing blood sugar levels. Instead, embrace a variety of non-starchy vegetables like broccoli and spinach, which offer essential nutrients without the rapid blood sugar impact. Next, let's talk about another crucial aspect of healthy aging: heart health. As we get older, the risk of heart disease increases, making it vital to be mindful of the foods that can strain our cardiovascular system. One major concern is sodium, which can contribute to high blood pressure, a leading risk factor for heart disease. Vegetables with naturally high sodium levels, like beets and radishes, can pose a problem for those with hypertension. According to the American Heart Association, adults should consume no more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day. But the sodium content in beets and radishes can easily exceed this limit. For example, just 1 cup of cooked beets contains approximately 315 milligrams of sodium. Similarly, 1 cup of sliced radishes provides around 265 milligrams of sodium. While these vegetables are packed with nutrients, consuming them in excess can elevate blood pressure, potentially increasing the risk of heart disease and stroke. Therefore, I often recommend my patients monitor their intake of these vegetables, especially if they already have high blood pressure. Fortunately, many other low-sodium vegetables offer similar nutritional benefits. Celery, for instance, is an excellent source of potassium, which helps counteract the effects of sodium in maintaining healthy blood pressure levels. Cucumbers are rich in antioxidants like flavonoids and tannins, which help strengthen blood vessels and reduce inflammation. Additionally, bell peppers contain vitamin C and lycopene, both of which have been shown to support heart health. By incorporating these alternatives into your diet, you can enjoy a variety of flavors and nutrients without the added sodium burden. Moving on, let's discuss a common issue among my older patients: joint pain. Conditions like arthritis can make everyday activities challenging, emphasizing the need to find natural ways to alleviate discomfort. Enter oxalates. Oxalates are naturally occurring compounds found in many plant-based foods, including spinach and beets. While they are generally safe for most people, they can form hard crystals in the kidneys, leading to kidney stones in susceptible individuals. For those already dealing with joint pain, kidney stones add an extra layer of complexity, often requiring medical intervention and causing excruciating discomfort. Considering this, I advise my patients to limit their intake of oxalate-rich vegetables like spinach and beets, especially if they have a history of kidney stones or are at risk of developing them. Spinach, for example, contains a high concentration of oxalates, which can be problematic for individuals with a genetic predisposition to kidney stone formation. Beets also pose a risk due to their high oxalate content, potentially aggravating existing kidney issues. Fortunately, there are plenty of alternatives to these high oxalate vegetables. Kale, for instance, has a lower concentration of oxalates compared to spinach, providing a healthier option for those concerned about kidney health. Carrots, zucchini, and summer squash are also good alternatives, offering a variety of nutrients without the potential risk of oxalate accumulation. Remember, while it's essential to consider the potential downsides of certain vegetables, they remain a cornerstone of a healthy diet. By making informed choices and understanding our unique needs, we can harness the incredible power of nature to fuel our bodies and support our overall well-being. Last but not least, let's address a concern that many of my patients voice: digestive comfort. As we age, digestive issues become more prevalent, making it crucial to find foods that promote healthy digestion. Enter gas-producing vegetables like broccoli and cabbage. These cruciferous vegetables are nutritional powerhouses, but they can also cause discomfort in the form of gas and bloating. For individuals already dealing with digestive issues, like irritable bowel syndrome, this can exacerbate symptoms, leading to pain and discomfort. According to a study published in the Journal of Gastroenterology and Hepatology, cruciferous vegetables can trigger IBS symptoms in susceptible individuals due to their raffinose and stachys content. These complex sugars are difficult to digest, leading to gas production and bloating. While these vegetables are beneficial for overall health, it's wise to be mindful of their potential impact on our digestive system. If you experience frequent bloating or discomfort after consuming broccoli and cabbage, it's essential to listen to your body and explore alternative vegetables that promote healthy digestion. Asparagus, carrots, and bell peppers are excellent options that provide essential nutrients without the same gas-producing effects. By incorporating these alternatives into our diet, we can continue to enjoy a balanced, nutritious intake of fruits and vegetables while prioritizing digestive comfort and overall well-being. In summary, while all vegetables are packed with essential nutrients, it's important to consider certain factors as we age. We've explored the impact of blood sugar, heart health, joint health, and digestion in making these considerations. Here's a quick recap of the vegetables we should avoid after 60 and why. Starchy vegetables like potatoes and corn can cause rapid blood sugar spikes, which can be detrimental to those managing diabetes or at risk for heart disease. It's wise to opt for non-starchy vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, which are lower in carbohydrates and packed with essential nutrients. High-sodium vegetables like beets and radishes can elevate blood pressure, potentially straining the heart. Instead, I recommend choosing alternatives like celery and cucumbers, which offers similar nutrients with less sodium. High oxalate vegetables like spinach and beets can form kidney stones, adding stress to the kidneys and potentially aggravating joint pain. In this case, kale and carrots provide a safer, nutrient-rich alternative. Gas-producing vegetables like broccoli and cabbage can exacerbate digestive issues like bloating and discomfort. Asparagus, carrots, and bell peppers offer a great alternative, ensuring a balance of nutrients without digestive strain. While we've discussed the importance of avoiding certain vegetables, it's equally vital to highlight the ones we should embrace. Stay tuned for the next part of this series, where I'll reveal the top 4 vegetables that are true nutritional powerhouses for seniors. I'll delve into their unique benefits and how they can support your health and longevity. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on this valuable information. As we navigate the complexities of healthy eating, I hope this video has shed some light on the importance of making informed choices. Remember, knowledge is the key that unlocks the doors to a healthier, more vibrant life. Thank you for joining me on this journey to better health. Until next time, stay healthy, stay curious, and embrace the power of informed choices. As a doctor, I've spent the last decade researching how food affects aging, and what I've learned is that the way we eat can either accelerate age-related decline or preserve our health and vitality. Today, I'm sharing the 3 vegetables I believe every senior should incorporate into their diet. Each one offers unique benefits that can improve your quality of life as you age. But please remember, I'm a real doctor. None of this is medical advice. If you have specific health concerns, please speak with your own healthcare provider. Okay, let's jump in. The first vegetable I strongly encourage my senior patients to start eating is bell peppers. These brightly colored gems pack extraordinary nutritional power. Their antioxidant capacity is nearly unmatched in the produce department, and that is crucial for older adults. Free radicals are unstable molecules that damage cells over time, leading to diseases like cancer and Alzheimer's. One easy way to increase your antioxidant intake is to eat a colorful variety of bell peppers. Red, yellow, and orange varieties contain high levels of vitamin C, beta-carotene, and lutein. These compounds boost immunity, protect the eyes, and combat inflammation. For seniors, reducing inflammation is vital, as it often underlies conditions like arthritis and cardiovascular disease. But bell peppers offer more. They provide an excellent source of the mineral, magnesium, which is important for maintaining healthy blood pressure and preventing strokes. I see it as a simple, yet powerful ally against age-related decline. Consider a 72-year-old woman I'll call Helen. Helen suffered from osteoarthritis and took multiple medications, limiting her mobility and causing side effects. When we talked, she admitted to rarely eating vegetables, believing they were too difficult to prepare. I suggested starting small, just 1 small bell pepper per day, sliced into stir-fries, soups, or salads. Within weeks, she reported not only feeling better overall, but also needing less pain medication. Her doctor even decreased her prescription strength. For Helen, adding bell peppers was a turning point, illustrating their potential to enhance well-being and ease symptoms of common ailments. Another benefit of bell peppers is their high water content and fiber. This combination supports healthy digestion, which is essential for nutrient absorption as we age. The water helps soften stools and prevent constipation, while the fiber nourishes beneficial gut bacteria. Many seniors struggle with bloating and irregular bowel movements. Incorporating bell peppers into your daily meals can make a significant difference. There are also unique phytonutrients, like capsaicin and carotenoids found in bell peppers, that have been shown to reduce the risk of age-related cognitive decline. By eating just 1 bell pepper a day, you can harness these protective effects and potentially reduce your risk of dementia. Seniors can enjoy bell peppers raw, roasted, stuffed, or blended into sauces. My favorite recipe is roasted red pepper hummus. It's creamy, flavorful, and packed with nutrients. For many seniors, incorporating bell peppers into their diet is as simple as adding them to eggs, omelets, or scrambles. I always tell my patients that sometimes the smallest changes, like adding a single slice of bell pepper to your morning eggs, can make the biggest impact on your health and vitality. The second vegetable I encourage my senior patients to include in their diet is Swiss chard. This leafy green is one of nature's multivitamins. It's particularly high in chlorophyll, a compound known for its detoxifying effects. As we age, our bodies accumulate toxins from environmental exposure and medications. Chlorophyll helps neutralize these toxins, supporting liver function and overall health. I've seen firsthand how incorporating Swiss chard can revitalize older adults by helping to purify their bodies. But that's not all. Swiss chard provides a good amount of magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that are essential for maintaining healthy blood pressure and preventing cardiovascular disease. It also contains lutein and zeaxanthin, which support eye health and reduce the risk of age-related macular degeneration. Remember a patient I mentioned earlier, Helen. She began adding Swiss chard to her meals after discovering its detoxifying properties. She noticed improved energy, better digestion, and fewer aches and pains within weeks. Swiss chard also has anti-inflammatory properties due to its high concentration of polyphenols. These compounds fight chronic inflammation, which contributes to various age-related diseases. By including Swiss chard in your diet, you can reduce inflammation and promote healthy aging. One of the best things about Swiss chard is its versatility. It can be enjoyed raw in salads, with garlic, or added to soups and stews. For a delicious recipe, try Swiss chard with garlic and lemon peel for a tasty side dish. It's simple, nutritious, and perfect for any meal. Or blend Swiss chard with other greens for a nutrient-rich smoothie. For those with dental issues, soft-cooked Swiss chard is also easy on the teeth and gums. Simply steam or braise it until tender. Swiss chard can be served warm or cold, and pairs well with a variety of flavors. For seniors looking to improve overall health, support eye function, and reduce inflammation, Swiss chard is a highly effective and delicious choice. Now let's talk about the third vegetable that's a powerhouse for seniors: beetroot. Brightly colored and often overlooked, beets are one of nature's most powerful allies for older adults. What makes beetroot unique is its naturally high content of nitrates. Inside the body, these compounds are converted into nitric oxide, a gas that relaxes and widens blood vessels. For seniors, this process is vital. As we age, our arteries naturally stiffen, blood pressure tends to rise, and the heart works harder than it should. By improving circulation, beets take some of that burden off the heart, helping it pump more efficiently. I remember a 70-year-old gentleman in my practice who struggled with hypertension for years. He had tried several medications, but his numbers stayed stubbornly high. I recommended adding beet juice to his morning routine, just a small glass daily. After 6 weeks, his systolic blood pressure had dropped by nearly 10 points. He told me, "Doctor, I feel lighter, my walks are easier, and my head feels clearer." For him, beets became more than just food. They became part of his treatment plan. Better blood flow doesn't only help the heart, it also nourishes the brain. Studies have shown that older adults who consume beetroot before exercise experience greater blood flow to the frontal lobe, the area of the brain responsible for memory and decision-making. This means beets can help sharpen thinking, improve focus, and maintain independence longer. Many seniors I care for worry most about losing their memory. Beetroot is a natural, practical way to support it. Beets are also packed with betalains, a group of antioxidants that reduce inflammation at the cellular level. That's especially valuable for anyone living with arthritis or chronic joint pain. On top of that, they provide folate and manganese, nutrients that support red blood cell production and energy metabolism. This is why many seniors who add beets to their meals notice they don't tire as easily and have more stamina for daily activities. The best part is that beets can be prepared in many delicious ways. Roasting brings out their natural sweetness and preserves nutrients. Blending them into a smoothie with apple and ginger creates a refreshing drink that also enhances absorption. For those short on time, pre-cooked beets sold in vacuum packs are an easy, nutritious option. Even a simple salad with grated raw beet, carrots, and lemon juice can transform a meal into a healing dish. Yes, beets may stain your cutting board or your fingers, but I often remind my patients, if a food can leave such a deep color on your hands, imagine the vibrant benefits it can bring to your body. For seniors seeking a safe, natural way to lower blood pressure, improve circulation, and protect both the heart and brain, beetroot is one of the most valuable vegetables you can choose. Beets, kale, and bell peppers are among the most powerful vegetables for seniors. While none of these foods are miracle cures, each one offers unique benefits to support healthy aging. Incorporating them into your daily diet can make a profound difference in maintaining vitality, preventing disease, and enhancing overall well-being. As a doctor, I see firsthand the struggles many seniors face as they age. But through simple changes like adding these vegetables to your meals, you can take control of your health and enjoy a better quality of life. Remember, small changes lead to big results. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. Also share it with other seniors or caregivers who may benefit from this information. Together, we can support healthier aging and inspire positive change in our communities. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay healthy and keep thriving. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects all of us, especially those who have reached the age of 60 and beyond. It's something close to my heart, ensuring our golden years are not just filled with relaxation, but also vibrant health. I'm your friendly neighborhood doctor, and today, we're discussing some potentially harmful vegetables that could be hiding in plain sight. masquerading as healthy choices while quietly causing harm. Now, before we dive into our list, let me ask you a question. What are some of your go-to vegetables? Share with us in the comments below. Let's start a conversation. Now, you might be thinking, vegetables, isn't everything good for you? Well, not exactly. Some veggies, though seemingly innocent, can cause more trouble than they're worth, especially for those of us in the later chapters of life. But don't worry, I'm here to guide you through this maze of nutrition. Together, we'll decode which veggies might be secretly sabotaging your health and discover nutritious alternatives that will truly nourish your body. You heard that right. We're talking about vegetables that might be doing more harm than good. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? Stick around and let's unravel this mystery together. Let's start with No. 1 on our list, corn. Corn seems like a wholesome, innocent vegetable, doesn't it? It's a summertime staple, a symbol of sweetness and wholesomeness. But behind its charming facade, corn holds a secret that many older adults are unaware of. You see, corn has a sneaky way of raising your blood sugar levels, tricking your body into thinking you're consuming pure sugar. But trust me, there's more to this story. Corn is a high glycemic food, meaning it breaks down into glucose very rapidly, almost as fast as eating sugary cereals. Imagine this, you sit down to a bowl of corn believing you're making a healthy choice. But what your body experiences is a sudden surge in glucose, thanks to corn's sneaky ways. This unexpected rise in blood sugar prompts your body to release a surge of insulin, a hormone responsible for managing your blood sugar levels. Over time, this constant strain causes your cells to become less responsive to insulin, setting the stage for prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. And let me share a real-life example that highlights the surprising culprits behind this hidden danger. As a doctor, I've seen firsthand how corn can wreak havoc on unsuspecting seniors. Take, for instance, a patient of mine, a 65-year-old gentleman who enjoyed nothing more than corn on the cob during summer. He was convinced that his love for corn was a guilt-free indulgence, a healthy alternative to sweet treats. However, his frequent corn consumption was taking a toll on his health. His blood sugar levels started to climb without him even realizing it. When we analyzed his diet, the answer was right in front of us. Corn made frequent appearances on his plate, whether as boiled corn or in canned soups and tortillas. It was a staple in his diet. With a gentle nudge in the right direction, he began swapping out corn for lower glycemic vegetables like broccoli, zucchini, or cauliflower. Within 3 months, his blood sugar levels stabilized and he felt like a new person. This experience underscores the importance of being mindful of seemingly harmless foods like corn. Remember, it's not about demonizing any particular food, but understanding how our bodies react to certain foods and making informed choices that support our long-term health and well-being. And no, we are not discouraging corn entirely. Enjoy it occasionally, but don't make it a staple. Treat it as a special guest at the dinner table, not an everyday resident. Alright, let's move on to our next contender, the potato. Potatoes. Oh, humble spuds, you're a true American classic, aren't you? From baked creations to crispy fries, you're the epitome of comfort food. But like a favorite aunt who means well, but sometimes says the wrong things, potatoes can unwittingly cause trouble for our bodies, especially as we age. Here's the deal. Potatoes are starchy and loaded with carbohydrates. When consumed in excess, they cause your blood sugar levels to skyrocket, all while masking their sneaky impact. I remember a 67-year-old woman who came to me concerned about her health. She shared, "Doctor, I don't indulge in desserts. I only eat potatoes." She genuinely believed she was making a healthier choice by avoiding sweets and relying on potatoes. But when we delved into her lab results, a different story emerged. Her blood sugar and blood pressure were on the rise, hinting at a silent crisis. Upon further review, we discovered that her nearly daily intake of mashed potatoes was akin to consuming sugar, slowly undermining her health. Replacing those starchy spuds with alternatives like roasted sweet potatoes or cauliflower mash worked wonders for her. Her energy levels soared and her blood pressure found a healthier rhythm. Now, here's another concern about potatoes. The way they're prepared can either elevate or diminish their health risks. Think about those crispy French fries or potato chips that we all love to munch on. These guilty pleasures are often deep fried in unhealthy fats and loaded with excess sodium. Not only do these toppings add unnecessary calories, but they also play havoc with your heart health, especially as you age. Plus, when potatoes are fried at high temperatures, they can form a compound called acrylamide, which is potentially toxic in large amounts. So here's my advice: enjoy a baked potato with a sprinkle of cinnamon and a drizzle of honey. Or opt for sweet potatoes, which not only taste delicious, but also offer more fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. Remember, it's not about eliminating potatoes from your diet, but making smart choices and balancing your meals for optimal health. As we reach the twilight years of our lives, it's crucial to be vigilant about the foods that fuel our bodies. Just as a seasoned traveler carefully maps their journey, we must navigate our dietary choices with awareness and care. Our bodies deserve the best, and that means saying yes to the foods that nourish us and prioritizing our health, happiness, and longevity. So, if you've made it this far, chances are you're not only enjoying our content, but you're also curious, engaged, and eager to learn more. And we've got some fantastic news for you. We'd love to have you join us in this incredible community. It's a place where we not only talk about health, but share valuable resources, personal stories, and the latest in health and wellness tips. You can interact with others who are on their own health journey, share your experiences, and learn from one another. Whether you're a long-time viewer or just discovering our channel, we believe that together we can achieve better health and lead happier lives. Don't miss out. Join our mission and be a part of our growing community. Thank you for watching. As a doctor specializing in geriatrics, I see firsthand how nutrition can either improve or ruin a senior's quality of life. Today, I'm revealing the top 3 veggies that I strongly encourage my older patients to avoid. This advice comes from years of clinical experience, studying the latest research and listening to real stories of how food affects our bodies as we age. While these recommendations might surprise you, my goal is to help you make informed choices so you can enjoy delicious, nutritious meals that fuel your best years. And don't worry, I'll also be sharing 3 amazing veggies that pack extra health benefits for people over 60. Let's dive right in. The first vegetable that may harm you after the age of 60 is corn. Now let's be clear, it's not the humble kernels of corn themselves, but rather how corn is typically prepared and consumed. Most commercially produced corn has been stripped of its nutritious outer layers and processed into sugary corn syrup. That sweet ingredient is then added to everything from soda to candy to bread. But here's the problem. Our bodies cannot properly process this highly refined corn. As we age, our digestive systems become less efficient, leaving us with unwanted symptoms like bloating, gas, and even leaky gut syndrome. Leaky gut syndrome allows toxins and undigested food particles to enter the bloodstream, overwhelming the immune system and triggering widespread inflammation. This systemic inflammation can contribute to nearly every major age-related disease, from heart disease and diabetes to dementia and cancer. We know this because extensive scientific studies have established a direct link between consumption of high-fructose corn syrup and increased inflammation throughout the body. In fact, a recent study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that young adults who drank a beverage sweetened with high-fructose corn syrup experienced a significant spike in inflammatory markers compared to those who consumed either table sugar or no sweetener at all. What happens to our bodies when we ingest this highly processed corn shows that no matter what the package claims, it is not a suitable replacement for whole nutritious foods. Although it might provide empty calories and a temporary energy boost, the long-term effects on our health are anything but wholesome. Corn is also loaded with lectins, natural compounds that can bind to healthy cells and trigger autoimmune disorders such as Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Lectins are commonly found in grains, beans, and nightshades. But did you know that corn is one of the worst offenders? After 60, our immune systems become weaker and more prone to dysfunction. Eating corn can exacerbate existing autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis or MS, or even trigger new ones. I treated a 62-year-old woman who suffered from mysterious joint pain and fatigue that worsened after each meal. She suspected it was her thyroid medication, but after careful review, we determined that her culprit was corn. I recommended cutting out corn completely for 1 month and monitoring her symptoms. To her astonishment, the pain and fatigue lifted significantly. Reintroducing corn led to immediate flare-ups. Her sensitivity to corn lectins was creating autoimmune reactions that mimicked arthritis. Most people do not react this severely to corn, but that doesn't mean it's risk-free. The safest way to enjoy corn is as a whole food, with its nutritious outer layers intact. But the chances of finding truly fresh, unprocessed corn in grocery stores are slim, so I recommend avoiding most commercial corn products altogether. Instead, consider exploring other whole foods that provide similar nutrients without the harmful effects. For example, avocados, squash, and bell peppers offer healthy fats and antioxidants, while being gentler on our aging digestive systems. Making these simple substitutions can transform a potentially harmful grain into a source of nourishment that fuels our bodies instead of harming them. But let's move on to another popular vegetable that can be surprisingly risky for seniors. The second vegetable that may cause harm after the age of 60 is potato. Potatoes are starchy tubers that are packed with potassium, fiber, and vitamin C. These nutrients support healthy blood pressure, digestion, and immunity, which are essential for seniors. However, they also contain a compound called solanine. Solanine is a type of alkaloid, which are naturally occurring chemicals found in many plants as a defense mechanism. Alkaloids can have both beneficial and harmful effects on the human body, depending on the dose and the individual's health. But the key takeaway for seniors is that potatoes can negatively impact health when eaten raw, improperly cooked, or in large quantities. Raw potatoes contain high levels of solanine, which can lead to gastrointestinal discomfort and nervous system issues like headaches and dizziness. Symptoms usually appear within hours after ingestion and can resolve by themselves within 24 hours. However, these symptoms can be much more severe and even life-threatening in susceptible individuals. And that is why cooking potatoes thoroughly is crucial to break down solanine and make them safe to consume. When preparing potatoes, it's also essential to remove any sprouts or green discoloration, as these areas contain higher concentrations of solanine. Furthermore, I advise avoiding green or waxy potatoes entirely, as they may pose a higher risk of solanine poisoning due to their natural pigment. Additionally, keep in mind that prolonged cooking times may not be sufficient to break down solanine levels. According to the FDA, potatoes should never be stored near onions, as the aldehydes released by onions can interact with solanine and increase toxicity. Finally, individuals who have previously shown sensitivity to nightshades like tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant should avoid potatoes altogether. If you love potatoes, don't fret. There are still ways to enjoy them safely. Try roasting or steaming smaller waxy potatoes, like fingerlings or Yukon Golds. Remove the skin and any sprouts before cooking to minimize solanine exposure. You can also mix boiled potatoes with other vegetables to dilute the starch concentration. Just be sure to watch your portion sizes, as too many potatoes, even prepared safely, can still increase blood sugar levels. Some seniors may also choose to avoid potatoes entirely. Instead, opt for low glycemic index alternatives like carrots, parsnips, and rutabagas, which provide similar nutrients with fewer risks. Sweet potatoes are also a great option if you miss the creamy texture and natural sweetness of regular potatoes. Remember, it's all about balance and variety. Monitor how your body reacts to different starchy vegetables and consult with a healthcare professional if you experience any unusual symptoms. While potatoes can be part of a healthy diet for many seniors, it's as important to prepare them correctly and monitor your response to determine if they're right for you. This brings us to the third vegetable that can quietly harm seniors over time: corn. Though commonly enjoyed, corn presents unique challenges for aging bodies. The hard kernels can be difficult to chew and digest, often leading to incomplete digestion, bloating, constipation, and even micro tears in the gut lining. As mentioned earlier, these micro tears allow harmful substances to leak into the bloodstream, generating chronic inflammation. Over time, this inflammation raises the risk of developing cardiovascular diseases, metabolic disorders, and even certain cancers. Plus, corn contains a natural toxin called vicin that is particularly harmful to individuals with kidney disorders. After 60, our kidneys naturally lose function, making them more vulnerable to damage. Consuming large amounts of corn can strain the kidneys further, exacerbating existing conditions or even precipitating new kidney diseases. I encountered a 68-year-old patient whose osteoarthritis worsened mysteriously. He couldn't attribute it to weather changes or a new medication. Upon closer examination of his diet, we discovered that his wife had recently started serving fresh corn on the cob regularly. As soon as he stopped eating the corn, his joint pain subsided. It turned out that he was sensitive to corn's natural lectins, which had been triggering autoimmune inflammation. Research supports this connection, linking lectins to autoimmune disorders like Hashimoto's, thyroiditis, and rheumatoid arthritis. Fortunately, most people do not react so severely to corn, but I strongly advise seniors to reconsider their corn habits. First, check the labels of all processed foods, including canned soups, breads, and cereals, as corn is a common filler ingredient. Second, ensure any fresh corn is thoroughly cooked and the kernels are soft enough to easily mash with a fork. Avoid eating raw or crunchy corn kernels, which can damage teeth and irritate the gut. Third, limit the frequency and quantity of corn consumed. Consider alternative sources of fiber, vitamins, and minerals. If you miss the taste or texture of corn, try incorporating other whole foods like green beans, winter squash, and peas into your diet. These options provide similar nutrients but with fewer potential drawbacks. Lastly, listen to your body's cues. If you notice joint pain, digestive issues, or unexplained swelling, suspect corn as a possible culprit and temporarily eliminate it from your diet. By following these guidelines, you can determine whether corn is causing harm, or if it can be safely enjoyed in moderation. While the previous vegetables pose risks for many seniors, let's shift our focus to 3 amazing vegetables that can provide incredible health benefits. Click the video on screen now to discover the superfoods that will help you live vibrantly as you age. Remember, small dietary changes every day can make a big difference in how you feel and how you live your life. See you there.